Share price movements in my sales presentation. Who knows? Stick up your hand. Dan knows? No one else? You know? Don't say. Obviously, here is the secret. If you stick up your hand, I think you know, so I'm not going to ask you. I'm asking people who don't stick up their hands. So I'll start with Nini. Nini, come on. Why do I go to the trouble of explaining share price movements to a client in my sales presentation?
I think because the client doesn't know anything about the stock market, so they don't know that the share can move up, down, or sideways.
Okay. Your answer is partly correct. Why else?
Show them.
I'll say, back to what we have said when we started, maybe it's ignorance. Some of us, we do watch the news and we do see at the end of the news and hear some information, but we don't know that that information applies to this.
Okay. It's not the answer that I wanted. Tell me.
Okay. I think it's important in the sense that the share price movement would then determine the decisions of how the client will be trading with the stock market, of when to buy and when to sell.
I like your answer more. It's a complicated answer. It's not the simple answer I'm looking for. Okay, I don't want to ask Dan and Andries. I know you're biting at the bit and I know you want to say.
Let them go for it. I'm just putting my hand up. So
Yeah.
I think it's where the customer, at the most, they make their mistakes when they have to buy the shares or to sell the shares.
Okay, no. Are you ready? Okay, give me your opinion.
I think it's because what is going into what by working with shares when they're going up, what do I have to expect?
Okay, the answer is correct. It's not the answer that I really want. So can I?
Is somebody next to you?
Yeah.
I think it's more practical and understandable when the client himself or herself can see what you're doing, showing them with these graphs and the like.
Okay, that's true, but it's not the right answer.
I think it's to help the clients feel comfortable to know that.
Also true, not the right answer. Yeah, it's true, but it's not the right answer. Can I tell you? Well, let me ask Dan.
Well, all I wanted to say is that you want to show the client that it's easy to use and part of your pitch. You want to show him that that's part of your pitch, so he can see what it looks like in order for him to continue. So everyone's got this grasp of, oh, it's too difficult because they don't know what's going on there. So now suddenly giving me an honest.
Okay, that's also true, but it's not the answer I want.
I think it's to let your client know that he's going to have to be actively involved. What is expected of him.
Okay, I like that. It's also true. It's still not what I wanted.
Brian.
There's a lot of hands behind you.
Okay, Brian.
I think you want to show the client that buying the shares, it's like, buying and selling of shares, it's like selling any other thing in practical life.
I like your answer the most of people. Can I tell you? What we are doing when we're explaining share price movements is we need the person to grasp a concept. The concept that we need him to grasp is, if you want to make money on the stock market, you need to buy low and that's it. That is the concept that we want to carry across to the person. Now, I'm sure it won't be very clear for you, so I want to take this point further. Are you ready for it? I first want to explain to you how you make money with most things in life. Are you ready? There's no difference between the stock market, then Edgar's or Nando's, or a street vendor, or a spaza shop. There's no difference between making money in a spaza shop and making money on the stock market. So let me explain to you why there's no difference. If you are a street vendor, you are here next to the road, you go and buy a box of cigarettes, now you sell the cigarettes one at a time. You paid so much money for the box of cigarettes, am I right? 20 rand for 20 cigarettes. What did you pay for each cigarette? 1 rand. Now what you do is you sell the cigarette for 1 rand 20. How do you make profit? You buy something for 1 rand and you're selling it for 1 rand 20. So the difference between the price that you buy it for and what you sell it for, that is your profit. Does everyone understand that? Yes. And that's how you make money with anything in life. This shirt that I'm wearing, someone sold it to me. Woolworths. How did they make their money? They got the shirt from somewhere, they paid a cheaper price, they added their profit, they keep the difference. So, how do we make money on the stock market? It's the same concept. We buy some shares cheap and we sell them more expensive, and the difference between those things we keep as profit. Everyone understand that concept? Okay, now, it's a simple concept. But what the people that we present to don't necessarily understand very clearly is, okay, what happens on the stock market? When shares start trading, these things can go up, it can go down, or it can go sideways. You know what? This thing changes second by second. Then I take my lines and I join them. This movement of the shares, that movement of it going up, down, or sideways, that is what creates opportunity for us. Amen. Listen to that man. What did Dan say? To make? Everyone there? So, when you do this exercise, your first goal, the first thing that you need to explain clearly to the person is that there are movements in the share price. That these things go up and down, etc. The second concept that you have to explain is, let's buy low, sell high, make that's it. Really simple, basic. So where do salespeople screw it up? They are not good teachers. They get lazy. They try and take a shortcut. They don't realize that the client sees this presentation for the very first time in his life. They don't realize that if the person does not understand that there's movements of this thing going up, down, and sideways, if they don't understand that, will they understand the concept that I can make money buying low and selling high? If they don't understand any of these, will they understand how you're going to make money? Will they get excited about a trade idea and the possibility? Will they end up buying this product from you? No.
I've got to speak to my wife.
I've got to speak to my wife. I've got to pray about it. I've got to see the Sangoma. I've got to read my star sign. I've got to think about it. I've got to get the money together. I don't want a loan. I'll pay it cash when I have the money, and a whole host of other excuses. You there? That part of the presentation is actually, from a technical point of view, the very easiest thing to do. It's quick, it's easy, but it's critically important. If you screw this up, it's gone.
You're going to lose your client.
You're going to lose the client. Okay, give me comments and feedback. Yes.
I would like to know, how do you explain to the client on why the graphs are moving up and down?
Okay, there's an interesting question. How do you explain to people why the graphs are going up and down? I don't normally do that in a presentation. And I wouldn't want you to do it in a presentation. So let me tell you why I won't want you to do it in a presentation, and I'm now going to tell you something critically important that you need to learn. After I told you that, then I'm going to teach you why it goes up and down, which is not part of the sales presentation, but will be good for you to know, for your own personal development. Why don't I explain all those things in the sales presentation? Your job is to do a presentation and to sell the product to the client. Your job is not to be a lecturer and educate him about shares and the stock market and how it works. That will be done by Stock Market College once the person has signed up. Okay. So while you've got to be a good teacher to explain the concepts of the sales presentation, you must not be a good teacher getting carried away to teach them about the stock market. I'll tell you what happened to me, but before I tell you what happened to me on that regard and what changed my life, I can tell you right now, if you are a good teacher, you will go out there and promote the stock market, but you will be a pauper because you'll sell no one, you'll make no commission, and your life will be misery. So let me tell you about how I made this mistake only once. 20 odd years ago, I went and I did a presentation I was like 25 years old, maybe it was even longer, 25 years ago. I was like 20 or something, young, and I knew nothing about life. So I knew about the stock market, I knew about mathematics, I knew about calculating when you should be buying and selling, all those things I taught myself. So I get this appointment with a professor of mathematics at the University of, what was it called before it was UJ? Randse Afrikaans University, 25 years ago. So I go and see this professor. I walk into his office, we start speaking about the stock market. I get to the point where we start talking about this concept about buying low and selling high and making money. So the guy says to me, you know, I'm a mathematician. I understand maths and how to calculate some of these calculations that you do. But I'm unsure about how you apply this thing to the graph. So I said to the guy, geez, that's so easy. Let me teach you that. So now I teach him that. He says, oh, that's wonderful, but I don't understand how I do that mathematical concept on the stock market. So I said to him, that's no problem. Let me show you. So normally a presentation is 1.5 hours. I'm now running out of time. I've got my next appointment. So I'm thinking, well, screw that appointment. I don't even know if the guy will be here. This is a sure deal. So I'm just going at it with this professor. I'm having such great fun. I'm teaching him everything. 3 hours later, I say, look, professor, I've really got to go, but let me start enrolling you. So what is your full names? So the guy turns around to me and says, Hardus, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going to sign you up. He says, hold on, I don't sign up. So I said to him, hang on, I'm confused. We've sat here for 3 hours. You love the stock market. You're interested about it. You've asked me all these questions. Man, now you don't want to sign up. He says, yeah, everything I've ever wanted to know, you've just taught me.
Dragged your energy.
Everything that was a mystery to me, I've just clarified that. So no thanks, I don't want to sign up. People will sign up with you because there's still a mystery. You're going to say to him, you know what, we're going to teach you about the stock market. You've got all these questions. No problem. Sign up, come to classes, we'll clarify it for you. We'll teach you, we'll get you on the go. For God's sake, don't teach them there. Because if you teach them all those things, there's no reason for them to join. They'll get to know everything that they've ever wondered about. It's just like going out on a date. Imagine you go with a guy, or you as a guy invite a girl, and on the first night, this person tells you everything about themselves. Are you going to be interested to take them for another date?
What are they going to tell you? They're going to tell you the same thing.
Exactly. There's no, let me get to know this person better. Thank you. What brilliant way of phrasing it. There's nothing more to discover. Everyone there?